back to Sip Happens. I'm your host, Yomi. Today we're going to take a journey through time, reflecting on my past and how far I've come. Today's episode is a special one for me, and I'm going to call it Open Diary. So make sure you grab a drink, get comfy, and let's get to it. So I'm going to set the scene. It's 2023. I was 25, navigating the ups and downs of life. And well, let's just say your girl was going through it. Um, it may sound a little dramatic, but that was my reality at the time. So I decided to bring out my diary. And I've had this diary for years. So I got this diary, I want to say like maybe back in like 2020, 2021 ish, around that time. And I remember when I bought this diary, I was at Target. I saw it. I loved it. I loved it because of the cover. It has like little faces on it. Oh crap. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's like super cute. And it says thoughts in the front of it. But I decided to do something different this time. And I was like, why not read my diary out loud? So I have not opened this diary, I would say, in maybe 6, 7 months. So sometimes I have a couple of diaries. So sometimes I'll go back and just like read my old notes and just be like, wow, like look how far I've come, or just reflect on it. So I decided to do it here on my podcast. Like, why not? So we're going to open this diary up and let's see what I got in here. I'm kind of nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm kind of like, do I want y'all to know what I'm really saying right now, or do I don't want y'all to know? Like, I'm confused. But okay, let's get to it. So, let's see. And mind you, too, I have a couple of pages in here from other diaries that sometimes I like rip them up and then like just put them in here. So bear with me. Okay, so June 12th. So this is me 24 turning 25. So this is about 3 years ago, 3-ish years ago, because my birthday was not that long ago. And this was before my birthday, the day before my birthday. So let's see what I have in here. June 12th. As I sit here closing my last day of being 25, it's 10 p.m., 2 hours before I turn 26, the big 26. Closer to 30 now. This past year has taught me so much about myself as a person, mother, friend, sister, daughter, granddaughter, and more. 25 was the year where I felt like I really became an adult. I learned what I liked about myself, what I didn't like about myself, my flaws, my worth, my values, my morals. I learned and experienced all types of love, from family to friends to lovers. My podcast became more successful. I fell in love at least twice, got my heart broken at least twice. I did some folks dirty in the end. I was selfish, I was mean, rude, and not myself. At one point, I was even at my lowest. After all, the only person that kept me going besides my beautiful son was God. He kept me grounded. I've prayed and prayed. All power to the Most High. All praises to the Most High, God. Lord, I want to thank you for allowing me to be on this earth for 25 years. My life hasn't been easy, but it has been a memorable lesson learned and a beautiful experience, something I would do over and over again. And then this is me in Spanish. Love this. Diosito, gracias por amarme, respetarme, enseñarme lo que es la vida, cómo seguir adelante con la cabeza en alta. Espero que este año yo logre todas mis metas personalmente, con mi negocio, carrera, amor y más que todo como mamá de mi niño lindo. May this year, 26, be the best year yet. Cheers to me, Yomi. That is so cute. I'm low-key an author. Hold up. I like how I write. JK. Okay, so anyways, I'm thinking back, and honestly, I'm just like, wow, listening to me saying it out loud brings back so many feelings. It's in a way, a reminder of how overwhelmed I was, feeling like I had to put on a brave face while inside I was low-key spiraling. So I would say 2023 was definitely a year where I learned so much. Like I mentioned in my diary entry, where I learned so much about myself, about how to love myself, what I liked about myself, what I didn't like about myself, like all of those things. And I think self love, self care is all about really being self aware and knowing things about yourself, right? So, for example, I think you knowing what triggers you, you knowing what will make you feel some type of way, you knowing that sometimes you can't communicate in an effective way, all of those things just play a big role. And me listening to myself out loud, reading my diary entry just kind of gives me the chills a little bit, because I definitely will feel like 2023 Yomi to 2025 Yomi are two completely different women. Um, and I will say that I am very proud of myself and where I am now. I know that I'm not perfect. I know that there's always space for growth. I know that there's always space to be better and be a better version of yourself every year. But I will say 2023 like was such a huge year for me. I was going through it, like when you have been single for so long and you feel like you fell in love with somebody. Um, I also think that sometimes that comes with emotional attachment. I also think it comes with soul ties. So maybe at the time I felt like I was in love, but in reality, reflecting now, I don't think it was love. I don't think it was what I thought it was or what I created in my head for it to be, if that makes sense. Um, First of all, I will also say that it's okay to feel what I was feeling. I spent so much time thinking I had to be strong and not show vulnerability, but now I understand that embracing those emotions is a part of healing. And I think I needed that in order for me to remember who I am, remember my self worth, and remember that I'm not alone and it's perfectly okay to go through those motions and feelings. Because I feel like if you aren't being some type of emotional, then it's kind of hard to connect with yourself, right? Because I think being self aware is being aware of your emotional health, your mental health, and your physical health. Being self aware is something that isn't easy. I feel like it's something that you learn over time. So once you're able to overcome that, I think it's something where it can be so powerful. The next thing I would tell 2023 Yomi is that this isn't the end, right? Back then, I felt like heartbreak was defining a moment of my life. But looking back, I can see it was just a chapter. Life was so much more than feeling in love or being heartbroken. And I know sometimes when you're in that moment, when you're going through things where you're heartbroken, it's kind of hard because you just see blur. You can't see. You can't, ain't no 2020 vision when you're heartbroken and in love. And sometimes I think it's okay to feel those emotions, like I kind of want to reference back. I think Cardi B made a quick little video the other day where saying like when you're heartbroken, go out with your friends, like go outside, live your life. Your friends are the ones that are going to help you heal yourself. Your friends are the ones that are going to help you be better, And I think sometimes we forget that outside of our friends, we can also soul search on our own and heal ourselves on our own. And what I mean by that is just doing things that you like, right? Like remembering that, okay, if you know that you like to work out, go work out. If you like to read, go read. If you like to paint, go paint. If you want to go outside, be outside with your friends, anything that is positive to your healing journey, I think was very like important to me at that time. And that was something that I needed to remember. Um, I think it's just a journey and it's okay to have bumps along the way. And finally, I'd say invest in yourself, similar to what I was just mentioning. I wish during that time I had spent more time focusing on my passions. Um, I will say that I was in 2023 very focused on my podcast, but outside of my podcast, my show, I think there were other little things that were missing about myself. And me reflecting now, I wish I would have poured in my cup a little more. So outside of my career, which was very successful in 2023, my podcast, which was also successful in 2023, outside of those two things, I felt like I needed to pour into my cup a little more. Like, who is Yomi outside of my career? Who is Yomi outside of the podcast? Who is Yomi outside of Sip Happens? You know what I mean? And I think that I kind of lacked in that a little bit. Um, so, like I mentioned, I wish I had spent more time focusing on my passion and doing things that brought me joy instead of getting caught up in the negativity. Because I feel like I was definitely seeing a little bit of blur during that time, whether it was me picking up a new hobby, pursuing a dream that I've always had, or taking time for self care. I feel like that was very important. And I don't think in 2023, outside of my podcast and outside of my career, I don't think I was doing much more for myself. I think I was definitely in the gym for sure, but like I've told multiple people, my reasoning for the gym isn't to physically look attractive. My motive for the gym is for my mental health. I've always told everyone that. I love going to the gym, but I mainly do it not for my physical health, but for my mental health because I feel like it just helps me do better. But I will say in 2023, I was going through the motions, but I felt like my career and my podcast were definitely saving me for sure. I would say it was definitely saving me. And as I reflect on my past self, I realize how much I've grown. Life continues to throw challenges my way, but now I face them with more resilience and understanding. And I always remember that growth isn't a setback, it's a learning experience. So I'm just gonna reiterate on that to make sure like y'all heard what I said. Growth isn't a setback, it's a learning experience. And I think that everyone should be able to give themselves grace. I think everyone should be able to be like, okay, hey, this is where I am now. This is what I want to change, and this is where I want to go. Like I've mentioned in my other podcasts before, right? When you're addressing an issue, I think it's very important to address what the issue is, how it made you feel, and what is a solution. So, similar to what I'm mentioning now, right? You need to learn how to address what the setback was, what you didn't like about it, and what is the solution to moving forward. So I think those are three steps that are very important, especially when you are trying to self reflect, when you're trying to be better, when you're trying to make yourself just be a better version of yourself, right? And I think those are things that people should remember and remember to give yourself grace and remember to give yourself love. And it's okay if one day you don't feel like getting out of bed, all you want to do is cry or eat or binge watch a movie, binge watch a show, whatever the case is. Like, remember, those things are okay. Like, it's okay to feel, it's okay to go through those emotions. I think once you go through those emotions, it helps you be better. It helps you learn. It helps you grow. And once you grow, you can just develop and be a better version of yourself. So I think that everyone out there that's maybe going through it, that's heartbroken or anything like that, I just think remember to address those three steps, sorry. So remember to acknowledge what broke your heart, acknowledge what you didn't like about it, and what are things you're going to do to change it. So, those three steps, I think those three steps are very important. And I think once you get the hang of doing things in those three steps, it'll just get smoother and better every time. Like, even now with relationships that I have, in my personal life or in my professional life, I think those are the three steps that I've mentioned before is mentioning the issue, mentioning how it made you feel, and coming up with a solution. Like, honestly, as long as you follow those three steps, I promise you, you will have better results. The more you go through things, the more you are feeling things or things of that sort, I think it's very important to follow those three steps and just remember that God got you got you, and the people that love and support you always got you, you know? So don't forget that. Um, I kind of want to read another entry, but I'm kind of scared. I'm like, should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't know. Let's see. Let me read one more real quick. Oh, this was also on June 12th. So I'm assuming I made like more than one diary entry. And these are some affirmations that I tell myself till this day. And I'm proud to say that I still say them. So this is the part that says June 12th. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am kind. I am trustworthy. I am enough. All of my dreams will come true. I am a superstar. I will succeed. I am loved. I am powerful. XOXO Yomi. I love that. So cute. Yeah, that's something else I would say too. Like, definitely speak words of affirmation to yourself. Like, one thing I'll never forget that one of my brothers told me was when you're feeling down or, not feeling yourself as much physically, when you wake up that next morning, go into the mirror and point out something that you like about yourself. Like, it can be your eyebrows, your lashes, your lips, your hair, anything of that sort. Like, practice doing that. And I feel like you'll get in the habit of slowly, like, continuing to love yourself, continuing to be like, you know what? I am that. I'm that and more. I love myself. I am worth it. I think that saying words of affirmation, admiring yourself, like, I don't think that has anything to do with ego. I think that has more to do with pouring into your cup and loving yourself. So I would definitely say words of affirmation to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm that. I'm that and the whole bag of chips and more. Like, definitely say that to yourself because you are that. You are worthy. You are deserving. You are beautiful. You are smart. All of those things you are. And the more you believe it, the more you will be it. And with that note, I want to say thank you for joining me on this reflective journey today. I hope you can take a moment to think about your own past self and what you would tell yourself back either in 2023 or years back. But remember, we're all in this together. So make sure y'all continue to tune in to Sip Happens. Make sure y'all are taking notes during my episode and put those 3 steps into your daily life. See y'all next episode.